I'm messing everything up. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of Fat Ninja Game Talk Radio. Being resurrected from the dead, like a phoenix from the ashes, we are back. Of course, nothing can go on with video production without some hiccups. Hopefully, we'll get our other guest, the Riv, to come on soon. But right now, we got the POW ambassador, Pook Ninja. What's up, my brother? How you doing?
Hey, doing pretty good, guys. Doing pretty good. Just chilling and being me. It's the best I can do.
And okay, and we, since here at Fat Ninja Game Talk Radio, we represent from all sides of the earth, across from the pond, our indie wrestling aficionado specialist. We got PK Punk. What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Doing very good. Not heard me be self get used by that nickname in a long time, so it's great to be back and looking forward to chatting to you guys.
Yes, for for sure, for sure, definitely for sure. We got some comments coming on in here. Ariel's Pervy Perspective says, "Love the dragon pick," and she says, "Share this out to everybody." And hello, hello. Well, thank you very much, Ariel. Definitely appreciate the support. Thank you for coming out. Definitely means a lot to us. So let's start off with what we've been playing. So PK, I'll start with you, bro. What you been playing this week?
I've actually been able to play a fair bit this week, which makes a change. Mostly thanks to Game Pass, but I've got a couple of little bargains as well. There was a game that got added to Game Pass that looked really interesting called Escape Academy, which is effectively it's escape rooms, the video game, but the rooms in there are actually been designed by people who build escape rooms in real life.
Mm.
And it's actually a pretty fun puzzle experience. I've really enjoyed it. I've done the prologue to get to where the game starts to open up, but I've enjoyed what I've played so far. Power Wash Academy finally got to version 1, so I've been battering the achievements on that. I'm down to, I think it's 1 or 2 achievements left on the Xbox version, so I'll hopefully have that 1,000 out of 1,000 by the end of the weekend, hopefully. TMNT Shredder's Revenge, awesome
Me
game,
too.
absolutely
Me too.
love it.
Yeah.
Nice. The only thing I've not had a chance to play is multiplayer on it yet, so hopefully we'll be able to get something going out of these. Now the show's back, we can get some TMNT on the go because it's just so much fun. I got a decent bargain on The Quarry, the latest supermassive narrative horror game, which again I only bought it a few days ago, so I've played a little bit of it, but really enjoying what I'm playing so far. I loved Until Dawn. I really enjoyed the Dark Anthology series. And the only problem with the Dark Anthology series was you definitely felt like lower budget, shorter experiences. But this feels like a proper Until Dawn again, which I'm really enjoying playing. And then the last one was it was only £2.9 in the UK. I think it's all $2.50 or something over there. But Vampire Survivor on Steam is. I put about 5 or 6 hours into that without even realizing. Just really enjoying that one as well.
Nice, nice. All right, Pook, I'll kick it over to you, brother. What you been playing this week?
I've also been playing the TMNT game on Game Pass with the Xbox Series X. Been playing multiplayer with my wife and a lot of the single player. I've actually played through it once already. But great game. I call it game of the year so far for me. I just really enjoy it. And then I've also been playing a Doom mod or WAD, depending, how, because back in the PC days they would call them WADs, but on the consoles they call them mods. And it's Doom Nominal Projects. It's one that was created, I believe, in May of this year. And they just recently put it on the consoles, and I've been playing that and streaming that.
Sorry about that. Got the angry dog barking at the door right now. Continue, Poop.
No, that was it. That's the only things I've been playing is those two. So, but yeah, that Quarry game that PK was talking about, my wife picked that up for the PlayStation 5, and her and my my son's like sitting there saying, no, don't do this, or save this person. They've been getting into it. I haven't played it yet personally, but they say it's really good. So.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
I've got to say I'm impressed with it, and I'm definitely looking forward to digging into it more and seeing what's going on with the story, because it's as like with Until Dawn, like the prologue's good, and then like it just drip feeds you more and more and more, and by the end you're like, what the hell was that? So
yeah, that's what they were saying. They're saying it's excellent. So.
Awesome. What I've been playing this week, I've always played Gems of War when you want to just turn your brain off of everything and just play, but you still want to play a game. That's what I play. There's a indie game, kind of puts you in the old mindset of wizardry. It's called Never Grind Online, and basically it's a first person, but you can actually play with people online. So if you ever had that dream of when you played wizardry back in the day to be able to play with your friends, this is basically what that is. So
That's cool.
yeah, so that's cool. Of course, Division 2 on PC. Been a crackhead on that for a while. Still playing that, but been a lot, just kind of getting busy, getting ready for this, the rebirth of Fat Ninja Game Talk Radio. And once again, thank you to all the viewers out there, all the support of everybody that's on the show now and will be on the show in the future. It truly means a lot to me. If I wasn't, such a strong man, I'd probably end up breaking down on camera, but I will try not to. So, all right. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to our first topic. Reflecting on the past. So, as some people already know, we have been gone for 9 years. I had a stroke in 2013, which of course ended the show. But my guests and other people that's affiliated with my show, they went on to start doing great things and following their dreams. But yeah, Pook, I'll start with you. What do you really remember from when we had our show? Like, what's like some of the highlights for you?
Well, I just remember just the show was pretty crazy, and we had a lot of fun and entertained, a lot of jokes and stuff, and I had a lot of fun doing the show at the times that I was on it, but I was a little what do you want to call it? I was a little off level at the time as well, so sometimes I took it a little too far, but I always had enjoyed it and had big fun and stuff. But yeah, man, 9 years is a long time. Some people get out for murder in 9 years. So somebody could have went to prison, and the whole time you were gone, they come out and you're still on, and they could have been a fan of the show. So yeah. But I used to really enjoy doing the show and just coming up with crazy stuff and all that, and that was pretty good.
All right, cool. PK, I'll kick it over to you now. What do you remember from our 9 years?
for the original show, it was just I remember I felt like a real big honor to be asked to be on the show in the first place, because at the time I was doing a lot of wrestling based podcasts, and to get the other big one of my other big passions is gaming, whether that's tabletop, which we'll get into later, or video games. So when I got asked to be on the show, I was absolutely made up, and then to get to know you guys better, and um, there's some of my fondest memories. Is not even the shows; it's all the BS around the shows, like the no doubt hour before where we just talk crap for a while, and then we do the show, and then we talk for a good hour afterwards as well. That's the stuff that sticks very fondly in my mind. So like when we started getting everything together this week to resurrect it all, I the nostalgia was strong, should I say?
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the things that I remember most was the nervousness that I got for each show because everybody's like, Ninja, you seem so cool and calm and collected and laid back. I used to be a complete wreck whenever we would get ready to do the show. But yeah, I just I got those butterflies just before we went live. Well, one because we got two guests that haven't showed up yet, but it's just the excitement. How we used to feel, and like what PK was saying, just having the camaraderie, being able to just talk about. I mean, yeah, we talked about what we talked about on the show, but we also talked about our families. We talked about life, religion, all kind of just crazy stuff. Crazy ass theories and whatnot. And oh, okay, we finally got Riv. Go ahead and get him in here. Riv, can you hear us, sir?
Let me see. You're on
Okay,
stage. All right.
can
Is
you
it? Is
can
my
you hear
camera
us, sir?
missing? Yeah, yeah. My camera seems to be missing. I don't know why it says Prism because Prism's closed. Let me see.
Okay,
Let me see.
that's all
This.
good, bro. You'll
You
figure
know
it
how
out.
these things go. Video input. Oh, for some reason it was taking from Prism. That's what it was. I
Ah,
don't know why
got you.
why it was doing that. There we go.
There he is. There he is. There is the sarcasm specialist, the Riv.
Yeah, right. Thank you.
What's up,
Good to
brother?
see you. Oh man, good to see y'all.
There you go.
It's been a
Yeah.
long ass time, ain't it?
Just a
Yes,
little, yeah.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Uh,
I was just talking to the guys just now about like, what do you remember from our wacky times when we had the show going?
well, I mean, mainly, like I said in the chat when we talked about it before, A.H. Walker sticking a PS Vita up his ass. Remember, PS Vita was still new at the time. I mean, I hope it's not still in there because if it's still in there, he's gonna have some problems staying regular. He ain't a young man no more.
It's staying regular.
He was like 18, 19 years old back when we did that show. Now he's what, in his mid 20s? I mean, if that thing's still in
Oh
there, that
man.
thing's rotted.
He's gonna get a good case of dysentery if he hasn't gotten it out.
Well, with the way that Sony's got their new system set up with PS Premium and all that, they might connect him to the network. You download the entire A.H. Walker's ass.
Oh my goodness. Instead of an AI, it's an ass eye. Ass official.
You
Ass
download A.H.
official
Walker into the
intelligence.
metaverse.
Yes, yes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We got some
Oh
comments
man.
from the chat here. Shout out Fat Ninja. Get her done. Thank you, Pena. Truly
So,
appreciate that. Get her done. Get her done. Ariel says, thanks for coming in, Heinekens. And Ariel also says, and I thought I was a sarcasm specialist, lol. Yeah, you are the female sarcasm specialist. Riv is the male sarcasm specialist. And as we do more shows, you will see why I call him the sarcasm specialist. I mean, this man has made his living off of shredding people. I mean, this
I've
motherfucker
heard
can
some
make
feelings.
right. He can make a rock cry. If he would start burning up a damn rock, the rock would fucking cry.
Dan is still crying. I don't know where he is now. God rest his soul. I think I put him to rest, but I think he's still
Man.
crying.
Ariel also says, "Hey, I'll take that title of the female sarcasm specialist." Right on, right on. That's what's up. That is what's up. Yeah. So, like I was saying earlier, yeah, I think being nervous and everything, and just the excitement that I had for every show. I think that was the thing that I missed the most of our time on air doing Fat Ninja Game Talk Radio. Um, Ariel says also from the chat, we could use him, yeah, to shred up the trolls in her channel when they come in there too. And oh my goodness, we got Joe Pesci from the PWO in the building. What's up, Pesci? Yes, yes. One of the leaders of the PWO, Pesci World Order. What's up, Pesci? Thank you for coming out and supporting me, man, and supporting us. Truly appreciate it, man. Thank you. But now, Pook, let me ask you this. Now, what was the thing that really excited, like when you was getting ready to go live on the show? What really got you pumped up to get ready to go live?
just trying to come up with something crazy at the beginning, or doing, like, you remember how much stuff though every week would come up with something crazy or outlandish, and that's what I really enjoy doing. Like when I'm on live streams and stuff. I mean, if it's in my own, I don't like doing it on other people's because I feel like I'm trying to take their thunder or something. So I don't do it on other people's. But like on my own live streams, I like to try to be crazy, do little crazy sayings or jokes or songs, and I always enjoy it. But we kind of had that agreement that you enjoyed it. So like at the beginning, I'd always have a story or something. And they were all bullshit. I mean, none of them were real. But, if you remember, I always had a little story to tell at the beginning before we even started the show. When the show first started.
Yeah.
Before we get to the first topic, and then remember at the end, it ended up turning into that song. You remember that?
Oh my goodness, that shit that made the show for me. I mean, I may have put a lot of the stuff together, but y'all adding those crazy ass like bumpers and commercials that the Riv used to do, and then your outros, poop, man. That's what made the show, dude. That's definitely what made the show.
As much as I love talking about video games and wrestling, that's the part that I always enjoyed, was just the creative of making something that's funny or interesting or something. I think that's what I always got most excited about.
Absolutely. From the chat, thank you, Pesci. Stream share. Thank you, sir. I
Thanks,
truly appreciate that. Truly appreciate that.
I think really part of it too is, we got to cover not just video games, but the whole culture of everything that was and is. And I think that's a big part of it. And, we're able to joke and mess around. And like I've told you all before, it's like, it doesn't matter what walk of life you're from. It doesn't matter where you align at politically, religiously, racially, anywhere. Anybody can agree on video games. My sister and I, as far different as two people could be, but video games bring everybody together. That's what they're supposed to do. There's some crazy, shit going on nowadays. But for the most part, video games, that's what connects everybody. Everybody, hey, you have a good time gaming. I mean, I and Ninja, this. I come from that era where, I came from New York City, where you get in a fist fight over Street Fighter 2, but you be friends like 3 days later. You be mad at each other for cheesing Chun-Li in the corner. My friends and I, it was like we be really hitting each other and shit. Be like, I'm gonna drag you outside this pizzeria and beat your ass because you beat me in Street Fighter 2. But we'd be okay like 3 days later.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna hit you with a Hadouken for real, motherfucker.
I had one of my friends hit me with a brick.
Damn.
With a damn brick after a round of Street Fighter 2. I'm like, damn, dude. Like,
damn, brick dude.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my goodness. Also from chat, Pesci says video game. Yeah, they do bring us together because like Riff just said, we come from all walks of life. We can be the poor man living under a bridge, but probably at some point in time, that poor man that lived under the bridge, he probably had found some gaming joy, like somebody gave him a quarter, and maybe he went to go play a video game instead of turn to the bottle, something like that.
I wish I were more like these rich motherfuckers who got $4 million spent on Diablo. What in the world? These dudes dropping $4 million on Diablo Mobile, and I'm like, damn, I must have picked the wrong turn in life.
Man, for real. Okay, PK.
I only paid $9.99 for my copy of Diablo on PS4.
You still feel cheated. PK, what about you, sir? What was something that really got you amped up just before we went live back in the day?
It was always just seeing what other people will come up with next. I'll hold my hand to my chest. I'm a soppy bastard. I'm like the I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I just enjoy chatting to people and like getting into the conversations. And it used to spin out into having like the games night where I was up till 5 a.m. playing Red Dead Online with CHB and all those guys, and there was just so much that came out of it. But I'm not the most. I wouldn't say I was the most charismatic or funny person in the world. So just seeing what you guys get up to was always a source of excitement and entertainment for me.
Yeah, definitely. Because I was really excited for what Riv was going to have for his rants, and he's got one on deck for us, and I'm sure it's not going to disappoint. Ariel says, "Good job so far, Ninja. I have to say, Nintendo is the best. Still an old school lover of the 64 and the Super Nintendo, etc., etc." Myself, yes, yes. Hey, the stuff we got these days would not have been possible if it wasn't for the old school stuff that laid the groundwork for us. So definitely agree with that comment. Definitely.
I still have my N64. I've got no TVs that it'll actually work on anymore, but I've still got my N64 with a load of games.
Amazon be hosing you for an adapter just to hook it up. You know?
Oh, I know.
Man,
I have been tempted to buy one of those HDMI adapters, but then you read all these horror stories about them frying out the consoles because they're not designed for it.
Yeah, they're not equipped for it.
No, I'm trying to. I'll play it safe. I'll wait for something a bit more reliable. But I've still got my N64 there with F-Zero, WrestleMania 2000, No Mercy, NWO Revenge, Legends of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, all the classics.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Ariel says Sega sucks, Nintendo rocks. Oh, shots fired.
Ooh.
Oh. I can't subscribe to that. I love Nintendo and Sega.
I love them all.
Yeah,
exactly. I'm the same way.
Yeah, I did play more Nintendo stuff, but I could definitely see why Sega is still one of the people still on the top of the charts all these years later, though.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. They came back up. I mean, they got a Streets of Rage movie, a Sonic movie. They're back in the mainstream. They're talking about doing Shenmue 4. I mean, they're making some moves. I just want to see another Virtual Fighter. Virtual Fighter surprised me. That last one that they popped for free on PS Network a while back. I think it was VF5. They surprised me with that one. That was actually really good.
My favorite things about the Yakuza games is going into Club Sega and playing Virtua Fighter in the middle of playing Yakuza.
That's Sega-ception. That's what you call that right there. It's Sega within Sega. I mean, they did that in Shenmue though back in the day too.
Yeah.
They were really good at that. They predated Nintendo on that. Nintendo used to have that with Animal Crossing. You could play the old Nintendo games in the first one.
Yeah. Also, Ariel says they got the games on the Switch now. Yep. That's the only reason why I want to get a Switch. Hopefully, I can figure out some way of how to play some of those fighting games, because I do miss playing fighting games. I haven't. The last fighting game I was able to play before I became disabled was Street Fighter 4. I haven't been able to play one since then. So hopefully with the Switch, doing their accessibility controls or options, hopefully I can play that, because I do miss playing those fighting games.
I think that's one of the biggest things that's changed for the better in video games. There's so much stuff which we can go into the negative column in the last 9 years, but the fact that accessibility has become such a big thing, like playing games and there's a native colorblind mode now. Just something as simple as that, which helps out so many people to get into the hobby. And Xbox with that adaptive controller, which is just like the deck that you plug all the various things into, so people can use the head to move a joystick around instead of having to use an analog stick with the finger. And it's mental the amount of stuff that's gone into it, but in all positive ways.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's also mental how much that shit costs too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they be trying to hose you.
Free.
It's like damn. It's a whole bunch of these disabled motherfuckers want to play the shit, but you want to. If they lost an arm and a leg, or arm or a leg, hell, you got to give up the other one just to get the shit to play the motherfucking games now.
I mean, can we time travel back to the 90s when you get an EA game and the full EA game was in that one cartridge or that one CD? EA be selling. I can't imagine EA if they were like a real life human being. Like if they were trying to sell, at least they're not human traffickers. They sell you pieces of a human being instead of an actual human. It's $19.99 for the arm. Here's a leg.
Man, for real. Oh my goodness.
I think 9 years ago the only thing we had to talk about was like some BS DLC that was overpriced.
Yeah, exactly.
And now we've got whole fucking live service ecosystems that just were designed to rinse people's wallets.
I mean, now you got cars with DLC. That's just ridiculous. You got BMW selling cars. They're like,
stupid, isn't it? It really is.
Hey, we'll sell you the car, but you got to pay extra for the heated seats, like on a subscription service. We got to cut this shit off. middle of winter, you can't pay that bill. They'd be like, no, freeze this motherfucker.
Oh my goodness.
You want
Oh
breaks?
my
That
goodness.
costs extra too. You know?
Oh my goodness. Ariel says in the chat, good investment. The Switch is awesome. Yeah, I definitely
Yeah.
agree.
I love my Switch, I'll be honest.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've been rebuying a load of games that I loved on other consoles just to play in portably on the Switch, like the South Park, the Fractured Butthole. I've rebought that, the deluxe edition, because it was cheaper to rebuy the deluxe edition on Switch than it was to get the DLC for the Xbox version.
Oh, it's
Mhm.
great for gaming on the go. It's absolutely great for the gaming on the go. The only gripe I have with the Switch sometimes is that some of them have controller drift, but Nintendo's pretty good about taking care of you if you do experience that problem, if you send them in. That would be the only gripe I have on the Switch, which I've encountered a couple times on a couple of the sets of controllers. But other than that, it's absolutely, I mean, it's a wonderful system in terms of its versatility and the amount of games that are on that online store that you can just pop in there.
Yeah.
And not to mention the emulation for like NES and Super NES and all that just built in is pretty nice.
Yeah.
I don't agree with paying more than double the cost of the subscription just to play Mega Drive and N64. But I'll stick with me Nintendo and Super Nintendo for now.
Oh, they held me hostage. They took from the EA playbook on that one because they made the Animal Crossing DLC part of that. And, I got my girlfriend into Animal Crossing, so it's like, now I have to buy this.
Right.
So,
yeah.
For all the deals.
CM Grape Ninja says from the chat, hey, be careful with the time travel talk. Quick thing for Riv on that one and PK. In the PWO, there's these select few. I will not name them. They truly believe in time travel, and they have like legit discussions about it. So, but we all make fun of it though. Me, I don't give a shit. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But it is entertaining to see somebody make a complete fool of themselves. But so,
we'll change the term to reload. We'll change it to reload in our last save game, which I wish I could do multiple times in real life.
Man, no doubt on that one. No doubt on that one. And cackling cabbages. I time traveled back in time when I was a seed. It wasn't pretty. Cackling cabbages is one of our friends here in the PWO. Dude is fucking hilarious. Any show that you see him pop up on, you would do yourself a disservice by not tuning in and watching this go ham on people, just shredding them a new one. So, yeah, definitely. And thank you, great Ninja. I love it. And cackling cabbages for coming out and supporting us. We really truly appreciate it. And Ariel, if I could turn back time.
Oh, that's gonna be stuck in my head now forever. Oh,
right.
Oh man.
And then she says, "Yeah, meth is a hell of a drug. Yeah, that time travel. Yeah, that's all time travel conversations should start off like, hey, well, we got this meth here, and then ...
Oh damn.
Oh,
I think that's
goodness.
what some of these modern game developers are smoking these days. How the hell are you gonna make Street Fighter 6? How are you gonna make Street Fighter 6 and make everybody look like a member of Bum Fights? What the hell? I took a nap, I woke up, and everybody in Street Fighter was homeless. What is that?
And I just had that like sinking feeling because I was looking to like, Skate 4, finally. I love the Skate games. Skate 4 is a live service. Oh, fuck you, EA.
Oh, man.
Tony Hawk 1 and 2 remastered. Sells a shitload because people want to play Tony Hawk 1 and 2 in the way that they're meant to be played. Soundtrack and all. And not some live service bollocks.
Right. Okay, so I guess we go ahead and move over to our second topic, tabletop RPGs. Of course, people that don't know what that term is, it's just role-playing game. You play on the table with your friends and family. So PK, he's one of the specialists for the tabletop RPG. So PK, go ahead and take it away, sir.
Yeah, I was going to talk a little bit just about not long after the show and everything wrapped up, I started to get quite heavily into tabletop games in general. Like my dining room, which is over that direction, Every wall is lined with bookcases, and each bookcase has either got Lego or board games stacked on it in some way, shape, or description. So, and it's like everything. Like I think you need like there's really good gateways into any sort of hobby, and especially when it comes to things like tabletop games and board games. My gateway in was there was two games. It was King of Tokyo, which is a simple dice rolling game. You pick a legally descript, not to get sued monster like Gigasaur, or a giant bunny mech that looks like they just stuck robot ears onto a Gundam. But you roll dice and you're basically trying to either kill all the other monsters or stay in Tokyo long enough to earn enough points to win. I really enjoyed playing that with my wife, so we then moved on to a game called Ticket to Ride, which is one of the most famous gateway games, been around for a long time, and all you're doing is taking cards and playing trains to make routes across a map. And there's so many map expansions now. I alone have got New York, London, Europe, and the US. And each game is slightly different from each other and all really fun in their own right. But the one I was going to mention today, it's actually a more recent game. I think it came out in 2020 or 2021. But it's a game called Horrified. Have you guys heard of it at all?
I have not.
No, I haven't.
It's a cooperative game, and it's based around the Universal monsters. So you all play as various heroes, like you've got Van Helsing, and you've got all these the hero characters from the old Universal horror films, and you can choose anywhere from 2 to 5 of these Universal monsters to play against. And it's a bit like Pandemic in a way. You're trying to move survivors around the board to get them to safety. You're trying to pick up items that will let you accomplish certain goals. So each monster's got a different way of defeating them. So to defeat Dracula, you've got to find each of his hidden coffins and destroy them, and then confront Dracula and beat him. The Bride of Frankenstein and Frankenstein's monster, you've got to get them to the same space and be in love at the same time, and then they just kind of go off and leave you to it because they're in love. They don't care about killing villagers anymore. And it's an absolutely fantastic co-op game. Every time we get it out onto the table, it's always a big hit. If anyone's even remotely tempted by the world of board games, definitely check out Horrified. It's not that expensive. In the UK, I think it was 35 pounds, so it's probably about $40-ish, that sort of range. And there's actually a version of it which is famous American monsters, like the Wendigo and those sorts of mythological cryptozoology type creatures as well.
Or ex-girlfriends. Yeah.
And it's if anyone was even remotely tempted to try and get into the world of tabletop gaming, it's definitely one to consider along with the King of Tokyo and Ticket to Ride, which I've already mentioned. The other thing I'll say actually as well, I have got quite a few games here that would actually work over stream. So if anyone was interested in watching us guys play a game of rock paper scissors headlock, which is a WWE based rock paper scissors game, which
I'd be down for that.
is a giggle. Like you've got throws beat strikes and that sort of thing instead of rock paper scissors. But if anyone's up for that, pop it in the comments, give us a shout. I've got quite a few games here that would work in that sort of environment, and it could be a laugh.
Just as long as they don't have the Vince McMahon with an intern expansion on there. You know what I mean? With everything he's going through these days.
Oh my goodness.
Rock, paper, scissors, spit roasting with him and Sean Laurinaitis over there. I mean, good lord.
Spit roast.
I'd stay away from the Pat Patterson module of the game.
Oh man. Hey, he was just trying to get ahead of the game. You know what I'm saying? You know. You can't blame him for that. You can't blame him. Oh my goodness. Okay, going back to chat here. Cackling Cabbages, the CM Grape Nuts. He called it CM Grape Nuts. So man, CM Grape Nuts. Oh my goodness. Cackling Cabbages still spitting fire. He said, true. There are a lot of ugly people on dating sites in the whole internet, really. Very true. Very, very true. And of course, Ariel says, glad my beauty kiss to bless everyone when I do my shows.
I love the voice.
I'm just playing. Cackling Cabbages again. Don't turn into another Giggle Piggles if you value your teeth. God. Okay, once again, Riv and PK. There's people of former members or whatever of the PWO. Past transgressions have garnered them these nicknames.
Oh, no.
If you want more insight on that, talk with Pook sometime after the show, and he'll fill you in. But yeah, I steer clear because I've lost several of my teeth, and I don't want to have anything around me to possibly make me lose more. So I'm going to steer clear. I'm going to steer clear of that one. Oh my goodness. And Ariel's dying laughing. Awesome. All right. So I was gonna have a commercial set up to, plug some stuff, but I was lazy. I didn't have time to do it, so I'll just talk about it real quick. The program that I'm seeing using, of course, you can see up here in the corner is called EasyMux, and they have an affiliate program. So I will be pushing that out to people, and if you sign up with a free account or a paid account under my link, I'll start getting a kickback for that. You don't have to do it because I've said to people, I will never demand money from anybody. Kenny Bolin. Excuse me. Um, I will never demand money from anybody, but if you like what we do on this show, uh, please, we would definitely appreciate donations of any amount, and plus, we can get Twinkies also. That's the most important thing. Hey, we all some fat bastards on here right now, and we love our Twinkies. So yeah, after the show, I will push out that link to people, and like I said, if you want to sign up for it, cool. If not, no harm, no foul. And Ariel, I don't mind demanding money. Oh, okay, don't do that. Don't do that. You already know what happens to the other motherfucker that did that shit.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Oh man, Cackling Cabbages, Hudson X, Darkside Hudson, and Mass Hudson are still in the mountains with some Pesci Green and Mountain Timer Brew. Oh, okay,
Yes,
okay. Well, whenever he comes back, I would like to partake of the brew because anything hanging out with Mountain Timer, that's definitely a good time. Definitely a good time. uh, Cackling Cabbages. Kenny Bowen eats his Twinkies like Tic Tacs. Oh my goodness.
Oh, my God.
Boop, boop, boop. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's just bad. That's bad. All right. But I love it though. See, we love to have fun on this show. Good fun, good jokes. It's all good. So, while I get things prepped for the next segment, PK, let me ask you about the tabletop RPGs again. So now, what's the main thing that draws you to them? Because, like you said, your wall and your shelves in your house are full of all these different games. So, like, what really draws you to them?
For me, I don't mind if a game's not got the best theming as long as the mechanics are solid. So there's certain mechanics I always look out for. Like I'm a big fan of drafting style games or deck builders where you start off quite weak and you get progressively stronger. So there's a really cool game called Clank, which is it's a deck builder, but it is an element of risk and reward. So you play as adventurers. You've got a board in front of you. You play as adventurers, and you're trying to work your way down the depths of this dungeon to get the best treasure at the bottom. But then you've got to try and get back out again. So do you keep pushing, hoping that someone's not going to just leave quickly? And because as soon as they leave, everyone's then got to try and get out, because there's a dragon that's going to come and get all the rest of the adventurers as soon as the end gets triggered of the game. And so that one's like a nice balance, because it's got a really cool theme to it, but then it's a mechanic I genuinely love as well. And there's some stuff I've just bought for nostalgia reasons or licensing reasons. Like there was a game when I was a kid called Fireball Mountain, which was a big plastic volcano with like a god on top that you twisted, and it fired like it dropped like lava rocks down and knocked your hikers over. They re-released that. A new company got the license for it, and they re-released it. So I've got that proudly on my shelf, purely for nostalgia reasons. But it's also a really fun game. And I'll be honest, I'm a bit of a completionist collector as well. So there's games there that I literally haven't played, but I have other games in the series. So Tiny Epic games are really good for travel. But every time they do a Tiny Epic game on Kickstarter, I always back it. Like the latest one was Tiny Epic Vikings, and it's one of the I've been quite lucky Kickstarter wise. I've never had anything that I've not received. That's stuff which is taking a long time and borderline taking the piss a little. Like I backed the Scooby-Doo game by Cool Mini or Not, which I've still yet to receive. Because they announced it all, it got funded, COVID happened, and now it's like hopefully going to be with me by October, they say. But so yeah, there's like I just look, and also I'm a bit of a, if a game's cheap and it looks remotely interesting, I'll pick it up. Like I've got quite a few of like the top 50 on Board Game Geek, just purely because they came up on a sale somewhere.
It's flowed over habits from us as gamers, because we're susceptible to that with like Steam sales hitting us, that impulse, or picking up a game.
Man,
we pick it up, we end up collectors because we pick up a game saying we're going to get to it, and then we feel bad because like 3 price drops later, we still haven't opened the damn thing yet. That's one of them.
Yes.
Whether it's tabletop or any form of gaming.
Though, like I've started to get a collection of AEW figures because I love action figures. I love AEW. But the reason why I started was a toy store in the UK had the Riho figure and the Pac figure on sale for £7 each. And then that was it then. I've now got the Lucha Brothers.
They start multiplying.
Orange Cassidy. And like I'll have to get a picture into the group chat somewhere to show you guys my dining room, and why I always say I have the best wife and most patient wife ever. Because any other woman would have kicked me out and said, why are you filling my house full of shit?
Dude, my buddy John, his wife turned him upside down, made him sell half his Funko Pops. She said, you got too many of these bastards.
Oh, damn.
She's like, you got too many. But to be fair, he has like 10,000 of these bastards, so she's right.
Oh, my goodness.
The picture rails above. The picture rails above is Batman the Animated Series figures all the way around one side. Game of Thrones and He-Man figures on the other side. Wrestling figures and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the other wall. Then the bookcase is full of stuff. So, yeah.
PK,
very
PK doesn't have a problem at all. PK don't have a problem at all.
No, I'm not got an addictive collectible personality at all. No.
When it comes to video games and wrestling figures, I'm past collector status. I'm now a hoarder. So
they'll put you on the show.
Oh my goodness! Damn, bro.
I'm gonna see an A&D truck pull up someday, and
damn.
camera crew already inside.
Comment from the chat. Frank says, "What do I need to put in for EV Monks to give you the credit?" Like I said, after the show, I will push that out. So get a hold of me on either Discord or my Facebook or one of the PWO channels or whatever. And yeah, like I said, I'll start pushing it out. And if you feel so inclined to do it, I'd appreciate it. If not, still no harm, no foul. Still got
So
love for you
Frank,
anyway. Yep, Frank. We got Frank in the house. We got oh man, our boy from back in the day, Brandon Gramlin. He's in the house too. He's in the house
nice.
too. He says, I still haven't played Shimigami Tensei after almost 5 years. I intend to get to it. Yeah, yeah, you'll be an old man on your deathbed. Oh yeah, I remember I was supposed to play Shimigami Tensei. It's like Shimigami Tensei like 40. It's like, dude, you
That,
too late, man. Don't even
that's me
worry
with
about it.
Tales of Vesperia, man. I started on Xbox 360. I put it down to play some other games. I ain't been back to it. I'm like, I'll get to it eventually. I'm like, that shit's on 360. It's over. It's so well. To be fair, it's available on the Switch now. So there's that.
Is that
Cheap.
right?
There we go again. Nintendo gotta start funding you, Fat Ninja. We've been doing the advertising for them all day with this damn Switch, ain't we?
Man, for real, bro. Hey, I wouldn't mind a free Switch or hell, free couple of games here and there. Damn, help a nigga out. Shit. Man, like Kevin Hart, like, help me, nigga. Man, come on, dude. United Negro broke ass nigga college gaming fund. Shit, man,
There's a
help me
story
out.
about that. Back in the day, I used to review video games for this website. This is back in the 90s. And Konami told us if we wanted a free Metal Gear Solid for review purposes, we had to give Nagano Winter Olympics a good review. So that didn't happen. That didn't happen.
Man.
Shoot.
Also known as the GameSpot tactic.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
IGN tactic.
They knew damn well they're gonna get cussed out about that. They knew that. That was
Needless to
damn
say, we
shame.
didn't get our copy of Metal Gear Solid. Needless to say, Nagano Winter Olympics got savaged.
Brandon says Television Spirit might be on a Samsung Smart Fridge next year at this rate. Damn,
That's true. That's how long
Hey.
it's been.
bro, you may be joking, but hell, you never know these days. They try to put games every damn where these days. So hell, you never
You
know.
got Skyrim on a microwave.
Right.
It's already on an Alexa, isn't it? You can play Skyrim via an Alexa.
Okay, so now we're going to move on to probably one of the fans of the show and hopefully new fans of the show segment, Riv's Rants. Riv, he
God.
picks a topic that he's been seething over for either years or months or days or
Or
hell,
5
maybe
minutes. 5
5
minutes.
and so we're going to just give the floor to him and just, well, to be vulgar about it, let him get his rocks off. So, Rib,
Lord.
Rib, take it away, bro.
right,
Unfortunately,
so-
I don't have the punch out music. I was too lazy, didn't get that, but I will have it for either next week or hopefully next show. So dun, 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 dun,
So
dun.
here's the thing that I find myself ticked off about. The biggest change that's happened in gaming over the 9 years since of this hiatus is political correctness in gaming has gotten way out of control. And what I mean by that is, as we said, it doesn't matter if you're white, black, straight, gay, Democrat, Republican, don't matter. You're represented in the video game community, but don't push it down everybody's throat in the game itself. Whether it's Bayonetta pushing out a naive angel mode so that people with their virgin eyes don't have to see the titties. Come on now. You start doing this, you have to put this in every freaking game that exists. This crybaby mode. It's crybaby mode. When's the easy mode coming to Elden Ring? We have to stop with this shit. Come the fuck on. You've got absolute bullshit with this panic mode in gaming these days. World of Warcraft removing male and female for body 1 and body 2. Well, you know what? I've seen some motherfuckers that look like that might be body 3. So what are we gonna do? Is that what we're going now? Is this where we're going? Body 1 or body 2? Is that gonna come to like everything? Job application? Which one are you? Male, female? No, I'm body 1 or body 2. Give me a break, World of Warcraft. How about pronouns in the video game? How about no/nope? If you're playing a video game, especially an MMORPG, you're represented by the character in the game. You can be whatever the hell you want. You don't need anybody to coddle you and hold your hand through it. I mean, absolutely, it's gotten ridiculously out of control with this. And I see it in World of Warcraft, and I'm thinking, man, it's gotten weird when you're actually just trying to erase gender, or you're gonna change it where Ian Hasekostas, the lead designer of World of Warcraft, says, well, we're gonna allow you to assign a male voice to a female body and vice versa. That's what we're looking at too. Oh, come on now. Excuse me, ma'am. Oh, hey, Bob. Like, no, come on now. Stop that shit for real, man. That's why I switched over to Final Fantasy 14, where a woman is still a woman, a dude is still a dude. And you know what? A lot of people play that of all walks of life, gay, straight, transgender, whatever, and they're not bothered by male, female. This is something that's for the 1% of freaking weirdos on Twitter that are offended by everything. This isn't for gamers. This isn't for anybody. This isn't about representation. It's about looking politically correct. Because we didn't ask for this, Blizzard. We asked for you to stop fucking raping interns at your office in the Cosby room. That's literally what Blizzard did. They had a room called the Cosby room, and they were taking interns in there and sliding the meat to them. You're gonna suck this dick? You know who I am? I created Warzone Gulch, motherfucker. Like, the guy who created the Battle wants to be a rock star. So now, and what Blizzard do? They punish the gamer, saying, "Oh, it's the gamer that's toxic. It's the gamer that's the problem." We got to get rid of references like the Master Baiter in World of Warcraft. The fishing guy was named Master Baiter. It was a play on words. They took that out because they didn't want to be offensive. We don't need an equity team. We need you to keep your dick in your pants. That starts with the old motherfuckers. We didn't do nothing wrong as the gamer, so don't punish us with this political correctness. We're not about it. We actually want it to be not politically correct. We want fan service. Like I said, when Street Fighter is covering up Cammy's ass and Chun-Li's titties are getting smaller because somebody might be offended. Let me tell you something. Ladies who are offended by the attractive female characters, if you got that problem, that's because you ugly. That's a personal problem. It ain't my problem. It ain't Chun-Li's problem. It ain't Cammy's problem. If you ugly, that's on you. Don't come in here into my Street Fighter and start uglifying my bitches up. Because I was a Cammy main since Street Fighter 2, since she was introduced in the series. You know why? I'll admit it. It's because she got ass cheeks. And because in my sick, deviant mind, I'm like, if Cammy were real, I would clap them ass cheeks. So please do not come into my space. You know, I just want to be left the fuck alone. Let me enjoy my titties and asses. But at least I got SNK because King of Fighters 15 didn't bow down to that. My still looks good. The Janet looks good. All the bitches in King of Fighters. Shermie, oh my God, Shermie and Angel are just like, fucking perfect. Because Japan ain't bound to this woke shit. But I'm really tired of these Western companies doing it. And if the Western companies continue to bow the woke shit, they're not going to get my dollar. You know why? Because one thing that's beautiful about the video game industry is we got thousands upon thousands of games that are already out. Like I just told you, Tales of Vesperia has been sitting there collecting dust since the Xbox 360 on my shelf. I got plenty of games to play. I speak with my dollar. I'm not going to give it to you if you push your social agenda down my throat. Leave your social agenda at home. And it's not about right wing or left wing or anything else. Because if you were right wing, I'd be telling you the same shit. Leave your shit at home. Leave it at home. Make the game about having fun. Make it about escapism. I don't care what you believe in outside of that. Leave it at the door. That's not what we're here for. We're here to game. We're here to have a good time. We're here to escape the social issues. We're here to escape the political issues because we're tired of hearing about it every single damn day. So how about you let us just have our escapism instead of lecturing us on how we're a bad person because we didn't use your weird pronouns of she, him, sham, sham, your majesty. Like, come on. You know?
Oh shit. I
shit.
believe Body 3 would be labeled as bowling. You know, you got Body 1, Body 2, and Blob.
Body 3.
Body 3 would be bowling.
Somebody just goes to Body 7.8. Like they just jump. They just jump.
And you're right, Riv. It's not about right wing or left wing. It's about chicken wings. Damn it, that's what it's about.
I want some chicken wings. Damn. Chicken got too damn expensive.
man, it's bad when you got to make life decisions about like, do I eat tonight or do I got to put enough gas in the car for me to go to fucking work in the morning?
Exactly. And that's why we need the escapism of video games. That's why I don't want to hear about the politics of, when I play a video game. I'm not trying to worry about nothing. And I mean, I'll fire back on the other side that's not in control out of spite because it's like, damn, y'all want to do this? Then I'll do the other side for the sake of balance. Because somebody's got to balance this shit out. You know what I'm saying?
He said for the sake of balance.
For the sake of balance. Y'all motherfuckers called me a breakfast taco last week. I mean, come on. And you expect me not to fire back on that shit when you come into my video games talking to me about some your political party. I don't want to vote for you. You just called me a breakfast taco a week ago. Let me play my game. Let me see Chun-Li's titties. Leave it alone.
Right.
Don't put pants on this hoe.
Oh my goodness. Brandon says from chat, we got a knockoff Punch Out music so we don't get copyright. Dude, I need that. I need that because that's another thing that I was scared of. I was like, okay, this shit gonna be going up on YouTube, and then them little pussy motherfuckers. Oh, sorry, YouTube, you'll probably straight me for that too. But I don't care. But yeah, it's like playing music is like I want to do that, but it's like everybody gets butthurt about it. It's copyright. Yeah, shut the hell up.
Yeah, I probably caused like 8 content strikes right there in my rant. My bad.
I don't care. I'll just be like you eventually. I'll go on D Live and all the other ones if it comes down to it. Yeah. So Brandon, if you could get that to me, I would definitely appreciate that. That would definitely mean a lot, sir. All right. So let's transition over to what all of us really been want to talk about too. The Sega Mini, Sega Genesis Mini. I'll let you know what? I'll let Riv start off with this one. Sega Mini is going to be coming out, and what do you think of it?
Man, I mean, the nostalgia is real right now, and that's something that really, whether we saw it with the Super Nintendo, the Mini NES, all these systems coming out, this is kind of like something that's for us who have been here for a long ass time. I don't think the young bucks really appreciate. And I don't mean the wrestlers, the Young Bucks. I mean like Young Bucks as in young people. You know, I don't know how long you can be called the Young Bucks. You motherfuckers are pushing 40, like us, like all the rest of us at this point. So I mean, but on the same token, like, you know, I don't think the young people really appreciate the retro mentality of these things. But we grew up on these games. These are games that define a generation. And you know, we grew up, and at least in my neighborhood, you know. We were broke ass bastards, but I would be the Super Nintendo guy. My friend would be the Genesis guy, and our other friend would be the TurboGrafx guy. We just rotate going to each other's houses to play all sorts of games. That's how it was done, you know. But for me, it's good that they are bringing out a miniature system. I think it's something that I get that it's a collectible niche, but it's the principle of things. As a collector standpoint, it is something that people enjoy. I mean, yes, you could find alternate means to play just about any game that's been out over the past 30 years if you are sneaky enough and know where to go. You know, I mean, they might try to make you sign a disclaimer that if you get caught, they'll take your kidney, but you could play just about any Sega Genesis game right now. But it just doesn't have the feel of actually having some kind of a console. You know, even if it's a miniaturized console, I think that it's cool. We've also seen that a lot of the mod communities eventually do jailbreak these to play just about 10 times more games than they're equipped to play. So that's going to be a big deal. I think it's got some versatility. And I think it's also, I mean, when you look at what we just said, that the Nintendo Switch charges you extra for Mega Drive games, you know, this is an alternative for people who want to access those games. This is an alternative for that, because some people don't want to pay, you know, a yearly fee just to access a handful of games on the Switch's service.
Right. Yeah. Yep. Totally agree with that. Pook, you're up next on this one. What do you think about the Sega Genesis 2 Mini? I'm sorry. Pook had to correct me. Get it right, motherfucker.
Ooh, man, come on! This is Sega we're talking about. Get that
two.
But you know, I'm anything Sega comes out with, as long as it's at an affordable price, I am gonna buy it, because I love Sega. It's my favorite gaming company. I mean, they came out with a Sonic the Hedgehog dildo that's ribbed for pleasure. I would still buy it, because that's just the kind of, I'm just a Sega hardcore guy, you know.
I don't know, with how many furries are out there liking Sonic, that might exist now.
It might.
Probably does.
The Model 2, it's going to look like the Model 2, of course, not the Model 1, which Model 1 was my favorite design. So,
yeah.
I mean, you know, but what's cool, one thing that's cool about it is it does have Sega CD games on it. I know they announced Shining Force CD on it and Sonic CD. I think that's pretty cool. And they've got 23 of the games announced so far and they're supposed to have over 50. So I'm kind of looking forward to see what they've actually going to have coming out for it. But a lot of their big Sega Genesis hits were on the first one. So I think we're going to see more Japanese type titles. And more obscure games and stuff
That'd be
like
cool.
that.
Yo, Pook,
That'd
all
be
I gotta
cool.
say is they better give me Eternal Champions, man. Eternal Champions was the bomb. That was underrated.
Yeah. That was really good. Yeah.
Especially Eternal Champions CD, where you had the Senator in there. They mocked that game violence.
Yeah, the CD one was more bloody, violent, and I remember that it had more stuff in it.
Yeah, that was hardcore.
Champions CD, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, I've already got mine pre-ordered on Amazon. So that, I mean, it's already available. Pre-order comes out October 27th, and I'm definitely looking forward. Anything that's console and Sega, I will purchase it as long as the price is right. And it's like $100, so I mean, you know, it's definitely I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. All right, cool. PK, what do you think about the Sega Mini, Sega Genesis Mini 2?
I'm really excited for this one because that was the version of the that was the Mega Drive in the UK, but that was the version of the console I had, was the Mark II. I had a Master System for years, and then they released a Mega Drive bundle, which was Sonic and Streets of Rage with the Mega Drive 2. And my mum got it for me and my brother for Christmas one year, and then we played the shit out of it. Absolutely adore that console. I'd be really interested to see what type of deep cut games we're going to get. Like, I'd love to see, like, I can't remember if Ristar was on the version 1 or not. Ristar, yeah.
I don't think it. I'm not sure. I don't think it was because they had like Dynamite Heady and stuff. But I don't remember Ristar being on there.
So that'd be cool to see that, because that was again like right at the end of that Mega Drive life cycle. So it never got the love it deserved. And there's quite a few games that they could go into in that regard. The fact that it comes with the 6-button controllers.
Mm-hmm.
That was the crying shame on the first one. You shoved Street Fighter 2 on there with a 3-button controller.
Yeah.
Like,
so painful. So painful.
So like, I'm really looking forward to seeing how it turns out. I say I'm not checked price in the UK, but like I do really like these mini consoles. I do. I've managed to get. I've got the NES one. I want to get my hands on a PlayStation Classic Mini, but that's just so I can jailbreak the hell out of it.
Oh yeah.
And like Riv was saying, yeah, make the most of it like that, and yeah. So I'm excited.
Yeah, awesome. Brandon from the chat had said I made some adjustments to give my SNES Mini some games. I didn't know all of when I was 6 to 10 years old in the prime of the SNES, and that's what a lot of people do. They want to. Well, the main thing is nostalgia, and even though we do have that nostalgia bug in us, but a lot of times there are so many good games of yesteryear that are just as good, if not better, than the shit that they have today. So you would do yourself a disservice if you didn't go back and play those old games, because like, I'm sorry, Final Fantasy 2 to me was one of the greatest RPGs of all time.
That's my favorite one in the series.
Yeah, and Phantasy Star 2, that was awesome game. So yeah, I don't understand why people want to make such all these gateways, gate locks. I mean, to stop you from playing these games. We the people. We are the people that made y'all content and products possible to keep being sold. So why are you trying to screw us?
You know what I think the problem is a lot, Fat Ninja? The one thing I don't like is that somewhere, especially in the past decade that we've been kind of on hiatus, near a decade, it went from the customer is always right to screw the customer. We tell you what you're going to buy, and you're going to buy this, and you're going to support us, and we're going to tell you even what to think about, these things. I mean, that's sort of where they've gone, and sort of lost the plot in a lot of ways. But I try to tell these people, man, when I was growing up, and this from original Nintendo, my Elden Ring was Rygar. I couldn't beat that game for shit. That game, I spent hours trying to do one jump, die, and then to start over from the beginning. I mean, that you put that in front of these kids now, that's going to set them to tears. They think they're crying about an Elden Ring easy mode. Let them play Ninja Gaiden 1 through 3 and then talk to me.
Oh, dude. Ooh, man, you just made my PTSD flare. Man, ooh.
I mean, we had some hard shit.
Controller. I lost
Friday
plenty
the
of
13th,
controllers to that damn game.
the original Ninja Turtles. I couldn't get past that swimming part
Oh.
of the original Ninja Turtles game.
Yes, yes, always dying by that fucking seaweed.
Electrical
Yes,
fence, yeah.
yes, the damn
Yes.
seaweed. Yes.
I
My
mean, we had
God.
games. These people want to complain that they got it too hard. Now, no, you got full ass hand-eye coordination. We had games. If it had lag in the game, it had lag for life. There was no patch to fix a Nintendo game.
Right, right. Yep. Frank in chat says it's all about the money, and unfortunately, he's right. He's right. Riv just said he's just like fuck the customers because I was, all all of us were, raised like the customer was right, like you said. But now it's like fuck them. They're gonna buy our shit anyway, which is unfortunately true. But the smart ones like us, we will speak with our wallets, like Riv was saying. It's like, okay, I don't like the shit, I ain't gonna buy it. So yeah, it's still not gonna stop that bullshit train, but at least we make a stand with our wallet. So yeah,
Exactly.
that's what it's all about. And Brandon from chat, go play Baby's Kids, and you'll realize your nostalgia was horrible. Dude, I can't argue with that because that was a horrible game.
Man.
It don't die, it multiplies.
Right. And then he also said, let them play Maximum Carnage. These kids would fucking die. Hell yeah. Elden Ring is playing My Little Pony easy mode compared to Maximum Carnage in the games. Captain Skyhawk. That was another one.
Maximum Carnage was a cakewalk compared to Spider-Man and the X-Men Marvel team up in Arcade's Revenge. That shit had like 8 different engines in it. I'm like, what the fuck am I even
doing? yeah, man. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Ooh, man. That made me feel this.
You remember when Royal Rumble on SNES was the pinnacle of wrestling games? I mean, that's how far back we go.
Oh my
Hammering the LR trigger to try and get the your bar up so you could do a grapple attack.
Hey, they finally have their finishing moves after so many damn years of everybody having the same move set.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
There's that
Sega. Yeah, that's my ringtone. Not that I'm a Sega fan or anything, but
oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Well, we ran a little over, and that's all right because I do believe that we had a good time, and oh, let me see. Let me see. Frank says it's a shame. Oh, let me put this in full screen mode because I'm old. It is a shame that it's also about I'll sue you mentality on intellectual infringement, copyright violations. Just a threat can stop a game from being released. Yeah, man, you're
absolutely.
right. You're right, man.
Do you remember about 10 years ago that somebody independently tried to make a 3D Chrono Trigger remake called Chrono Trigger Resurrection, and Square shot them down? And I'm like, damn, why are you shooting them? Hire those motherfuckers. Hire them and finish the project. Yeah. Then you all win. Because they get paid, you get paid, the fans get what they want. I mean, it's not that hard.
Right.
Look at the Metroid 2 remake that was getting done. The Game Boy game, colorized, pixel art, all ran awesome on a PC. Nintendo, and now we're releasing our own version on 3DS. So cease and desist. And while the 3DS version was good, wasn't a patch on the one that the little guy, the guy in his basement did, and the little independent developers.
Look at that new Metroid they put out on Switch not long ago. That 2D Metroid, which was beautiful. I forget the subtitle of it, but I mean it was beautiful.
Yeah, Dread.
But it's because now Nintendo's like, oh, thank you for letting us know there's a market for it. Now we're gonna punish you, and then we're gonna collect all the money. You should cut these people in. If it weren't for them, you wouldn't be making no money.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. We got another comment from the chat. Tony Boy Vlogs. Morning friend from the Philippines. Well, good morning to you, sir, even though it is evening here. Thank you very much, sir, for coming on out and supporting us and chilling out. And also some coffee, of course. Yes, coffee is definitely. I will be having some coffee when we get off here because I'm about ready to nod off in front of the computer right now, and I don't want to be like Hawaiian Punch-a-Hole falling asleep live on calls. So I love you, Punch-a-Hole. No no shade, no shade, no shade. But yeah, I definitely appreciate this, guys. Thank you very much, and shout out to all the people in the building that came out to support us. Pesci, Brandon, Pena, Frank. Uh, who else, Pook? I know I'm forgetting some
Ariel,
people. Ariel, yeah, Ariel coming out to support us. Cackling cabbages.
Captain Cabbage.
Yeah, CM Grape Ninja. Love that name.
Yes,
Love that name, man. So
one of the three ninjas.
yeah, one of the three ninjas. Yeah, so I just want to thank all y'all for coming out, being in the building, supporting us, giving us some love. We truly appreciate it. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and move over. Um, move over to our shout outs and plugs, and we'll go and get out of here. So PK, I'll go ahead and start with you. Shout outs and plugs, sir.
So, of my own personal stuff, Instagram, it's just pkissock, KISSOCK. Twitter, it's PK_1up. My wife works for a charity that helps kids with cerebral palsy learn to get mobility back and actually go on to have more successful lives. Like one of their biggest success stories went from being in a wheelchair full time to now he's a radio DJ and living out his dream. So they do amazing work. The place is called Stick and the Steps. They're based in the UK, but obviously check them out if it looks like something you'd be interested in. There is donation links. Please just go and have a look what they do. And from a personal point of view, I'm a pro wrestling commentator as well. I'm a play-by-play commentator for a company called This Is Wrestling, based in Ormskirk here in the Liverpool area of England. We have a show coming up on the 23rd of October, so anyone based in the UK who happens to see this, check us out. Check us out on Facebook, just This Is Wrestling. There's highlight packages, there's full matches up there, and you might get to hear some of my dulcet tones talking over some wrestling instead. But it's a lot of fun, family-friendly shows, and all the guys work really hard, so check us out.
All right, awesome, awesome. All right, Pook. I'll go ahead and kick it over to you, the PWO ambassador. What you got for shout outs and plugs?
Yeah, just you want to check out my YouTube channel, video game pickups, video game playthroughs, live streams, live chats, old professional wrestling stuff. It's poopninja at youtube.com. Check out the PWO, Sir Joseph Pesci at YouTube. And check out my friend Ariel, who was in the chat earlier, Ariel's Pervy Perspectives on YouTube, and Poop Ninja on Twitter. I go on there a couple times a week, not a whole lot, but you want to check it out, there it is. So.
All right, and saving the most for last, Riv's got like 1,001 places where he's at. So Riv, go ahead and shout out some plugs for you, bro.
First of all, shout out to Fat Ninja Game Talk Radio because we're back and it was a fun time. This was a great hour and I enjoyed it. And obviously, I can't wait to see what we all are able to bring, consistently to y'all because let's face it, we all crazy motherfuckers on here. So, I might be one of the craziest, but we all a little crazy.
Yeah.
And shout out to all of you who did come in and check us out, and I hope you'll continue to support us. And be sure to check out Cancel This Podcast. It's a little less video gaming, a little more political sometimes. We go over the culture war, video games, music, movies, comics, the comic book movies, all these TV shows that are coming out these days based on comics. And I go on a lot more rants and say a lot more crazy offensive shit. And you can check that out Thursday nights at 11:15 Eastern Standard Time on dlive.tv/cancel this podcast and odyssey.com/cancel this podcast. Also on rumble.com, cancel this podcast. It's all cancel this podcast. So you can find us on any of those platforms. And throughout the week on that channel.
How many more you got? We're on 3 right now.
I got four. I got foxhole.com, but they don't have a dedicated URL. So you just have to type cancel this podcast manually and pray that you find us. Also, of course, during the week on those channels, I am live streaming various video games, mostly Final Fantasy 14 right now. But now I've finished the story mode of 14. I'll probably be going into some of my other games, getting back into King of Fighters 15, which is, my fighting game of choice. I've got some of the Final Fantasy Pixel remasters I want to do. I want to do Stranger Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin, because that game is pure 90s as fuck. If you want a one-track minded like anti-hero who just curses and talks about killing shit, that's your game. So I want to get back into that as well. So you can catch my video game streams throughout the week also on Odyssey, DLive, and Rumble at Cancel This Podcast, all one word. I hope to see you there.
All right. Somebody says, yo. They didn't have a name, so it must be a ghost. So, yo, back. Appreciate you, sir, or ma'am, or furry. Well, whatever you identify as.
Body 1, body 2.
Hopefully you're not body 3, because we're going to have a problem with that. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so let me see. Go out to the outro right here. Hopefully it will play. All right. Okay, so thank you, everybody, for coming out, enjoying our show, hopefully. Truly appreciate each and every one of you that's come out. Of course, you can find me on YouTube. Let me see, my Facebook page, Fat Ninja Game Talk Radio on Facebook. Also on Twitch, even though I don't actually do anything on Twitch, but this did get broadcast to Twitch. And probably after the ass shredding we gave to a whole lot of content, and I'll probably be kicked off all 3 of those platforms, and I'll be on DLive and other various platforms with Rev. So be sure you stay tuned for that. But you know what? It's all good. We're here to make y'all laugh, get away from the bullshit that we have to deal on a daily basis. So thank you very much. Thank you for enjoying. Thank you for coming out and supporting us. We love all of y'all. And when you least expected it, I just stole your sandwich and your critical hit. Later, folks.